Aloha, kākou. Welcome to the Invited Back podcast with Sabeth Kapahu for a recap of May. As we close out this month, I've been holding space for all that has come through in the last 4 weeks, and it has been so full. I was thinking about recapping Sundays in May because, of course, the first one was May 4th, and marrying into Star Wars fandom, May the 4th be with you was a thing. So our family dressed up in our Star Wars t-shirts, took a drive to the other side of the island, had a Costco extravaganza day, which Costco is a thing if you live in Hilo and you have to drive to the other side to go. So that was fun. And then the next Sunday was Mother's Day. And then the next Sunday was our anniversary, which also happens to be my son's birthday. And then this final Sunday ended up being a pivot from our original plans, but such a gift. So that was even just the Sundays in May. But really, May started with Lei Day here in Hawaii. And it was a fun celebration. And to think really intentionally this specific May Day about the connection and the sacredness of how all of our lives are strung together, each person, each moment intentionally placed together. And really, if May has taught me anything, it's that the moments that we don't plan for often become the ones that are leaving the deepest imprint. It's the pivot. It's the pause. It's the really hard conversation. And it's also just the quiet decision to be together. This month held deep conversations of joy and intention, also like the one we got to have with Stephen M.R. Covey on the Wild Conversation podcast. It was such a gift for Rob and I to be together with him. And again, a reminder of the work that we are doing together, that trust isn't soft. It's our greatest asset in leadership and in life. And it's buildable, measurable, relational, and worth the intentional effort. And talk about intentional effort. The day that we recorded with him was actually the day that we got his newest book in the mail, Trust and Inspire. And not just his newest book, but handwritten notes inside. And it says something so incredible about the kind of man and leader Stephen is to write a handwritten note. And this is what his note said in the book. It was dated May 1st. To Sabeth Kapahu, keep seeing and unleashing greatness in people everywhere. Through the tremendous work that you and the Wild team are doing on leadership, culture, and trust. With admiration and gratitude, Stephen. What an incredible gift just this book was, and also the conversation that we got to have together. Looking forward to many more of those. I'll put a link in the show notes if you want to listen to that episode. It was incredible. Also, Will and I had the honor of being awarded a distinguished alumni award from ABHE, from our alma mater, Pacific Rim Christian University. When we went there, it was Pacific Rim Bible College. So I got to fly back to Oahu to receive the award on our behalf and give a quick word of encouragement for the graduating class and a reminder of what PacRim meant to Will and I. 15 years ago, we said I do in the morning, and we graduated that same evening. And it wasn't just a celebration day, it was truly a commissioning. And going back was a reminder that covenant and calling and community often collide in sacred and also really ordinary ways. So it was a gift to be together. So much like our wedding and graduation day was a full fun day. This going back to receive the award 15 years later was graduation in the morning. And then in the evening, I got to run a 5K sunset on the flight line with my mentors at the Kaneohe Marine Corps Base. Get yourself mentors who invite you to race, because it is such a gift to do that together. And this isn't the first time we've done it, and this won't be the last, but it was so fun. It was kind of extra fun also because I came in 9th out of, in my age group in the women's division, there were, I think, 197 women, and I came in 9th, which is, I was excited about. So, and overall, I came in like 119th out of 450 or 490-ish participants. It was a stunning evening. The sun was beautiful. The sunset was beautiful. So it was a gift to do that together. So in full PacRim graduation fashion, it was a full day of going back to a place that meant so much to Will and I, and also in some ways a rebirth of the commissioning of what is to come. And we're really excited about what this next season has. Last time we launched from PacRim, we were on our way to Canada and then Oregon and back to Hawaii. And this time we launched from PacRim and we get to go in the coming year to Palau and Japan and see what's in store as we expand. So we're really excited about those things, and I'll get to share more as the months go forward. May has also been about the messy and the beautiful and the end of the school year. And parents and mamas, you know what I'm talking about. The final projects, the field trips, the multitasking of what kid needs this and how many weeks are left and what do they need to celebrate their class with. It's this simultaneous fatigue and pride. It's the culmination sometimes of years of work as you transition out of maybe a school. Or for my daughter, it was a culmination of her first year of middle school. And if you are a parent whose child has an IEP, I've talked about this in previous episodes, the educational journey looks different for you as a parent and for your child. And we've seen how she has struggled with joy through her elementary years and often was grade levels behind in certain subjects. And this year, through her 7th grade year, she really shined and she even excelled academically. And it's not that we're all about those A's, although it is fun to say. It was about her finding her sweet spot, finding a set of educators who would encourage her in her gifts and in her passions and encourage her to use those as she's learning. And so it's been so fun to see her journey at Hawaii Technology Academy. And we're wrapping it up, and we're wrapping up my other daughter's year at the elementary school that we love so much as she transitions to a new school next year. So lots of big feelings of joy and reminiscing, of remembering, and also like we survived. So if you are a parent and you survived the school year, give yourself a pat on the back. We did it, and we were not alone in it. Good job. I also got to celebrate a milestone with the First in Nutrition family. In May was their 7th birthday, and for me, it was a year and a couple months in. And it's been such a gift to journey with my nutrition coach, Anne. Day by day, week by week, month by month, turns into year after year of showing up, of sweating on purpose, of letting the discipline not just transform my body, but my heart and my mind and my habits. And it all started because of who I did burpees next to at Women's Assembly. So be careful who you do burpees by, because they might just change your life. And speaking of Women's Assembly, we're coming up on year 3. Women's Assembly 003 registration just opened. And we're back in Phoenix this year. So if you're interested, make sure I'll put something in the show notes too, just the link to register. Really excited for what year 3 has to offer. That's coming up in October. So plenty of time to plan to gather together in Phoenix in October. Friends, as we step into summer rhythms, may we continue to press forward one step at a time in this journey of becoming. Honor the sacred and the small. Even that 1 minute you pay attention to your breathing and take a deep breath in and let it out. Keep showing up with resilience and trust, and the kind of love that writes a handwritten note or asks the question, how do you want to receive love from me today? Those questions are not easy some days to answer or to fulfill, but one day at a time of surrender, of sacrifice, of intention, of reaching out if you need somebody to talk to, or if someone comes to mind, shoot them a text and tell them that you're thinking of them. You never know how that is going to change the trajectory of their day, their month, or even their year. I am so thankful to be on this journey with you, for all the good and the hard that May brought, and looking forward to what June has to offer, the things that I know about that are so exciting, and the things that I won't know until we come back here and we recap another month of Invited Back together, of reimagining, reinventing, and reinviting others along the journey. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. Reach out if I can support you, and I am sending my aloha. Until next time.